that one, your ass got one.
Hey everybody, it's Alex here from Top Guns in Terre Haute, Indiana. As always, I have Eric here from the Legacy Training Group. Now, the Legacy Training Group is actually a training facility right here located in Terre Haute, Indiana. If you would like to take a class with Eric, check those classes out at topguns.us under the Courses tab. Now, Eric, we're getting back to the basics on a lot of different subjects. What are we going to talk about today?
Today we're going to talk about the old friend of mine, the 870 shotgun. We're going to talk about the proper loading and unloading of this. I see too many people, Alex, that their technique for unloading a shotgun is just to cycle it and let the rounds fly out, hit the mud, dirt, wherever. Eventually, it's kind of an Easter egg hunt, finding those rounds that were ejected from the gun. But we're going to show people the proper way to do this to where they're not looking for the rounds and they're actually not getting dirt from hitting the ground.
All right, guys, let's get started.
Guys, the first thing I want to talk about is the condition of the shotgun that is kept in the home if you're keeping it for self-defense. I personally don't keep my shotguns loaded. I am a fan, however, of keeping ammunition on the gun itself, and I've got a couple different ways that I go about it personally. The first one is this item here. This is called a speed feed stock. This actually holds 2 rounds on each side of the stock that are easily pulled out of the stock and loaded into the gun. It runs on a spring system back up in the stock itself. On this Marine Magnum, this is called a side saddle, and it bolts to the receiver of the gun. This particular one holds 6 rounds. This is my preferred method, the side saddle. I'll probably put one on this gun, I just haven't gotten to it yet. Personal opinion, one thing I stay away from when it comes to keeping shotgun rounds at the ready in the home is elastic. As you see, I've got an elastic belt here. It is my belt. I do use it for some training. However, it's not something that I keep shotgun shells in all the time because, as we all know, elastic, it tends to expand and you lose the retention on the round. This belt's probably 20 years old. I've had it forever. Because I don't keep it loaded, these shotgun shells are still held in there pretty tight. So if you are going to use elastic, you might swap it out every once in a while, because I can guarantee you that elastic will fail you at some point if you keep it loaded all the time. Guys, I want to talk about the combat loading of a pump action shotgun. Now, there are a lot of differences between a combat loading technique and something that a competition shooter might use, okay? For a combat load, the idea is to keep our muzzle leveled in our area of concern, meaning downrange. Obviously, I'm focused in on this white target down here. First thing I would do would be to run my slide back, take my first round, run it up in the gun, slide forward, and from that point on, it's keeping my eyes on my target and loading the rest of my tube. At any time, should a target present itself, I'm able to break a shot. It's not an ideal position to break a shot from with a shotgun, but it is doable. Guys, I've obviously switched shotguns on you. What I've got here is my 870 Marine Magnum with the side saddle on it. We're gonna go through the same technique with the side saddle. So I'll tuck the shotgun up underneath my arm securely, run my slide back, finger is just off of the trigger. I take my first round off the side saddle, cup it in my hand like this, roll it up and in the gun, slide forward. Now from here, it's nothing more than loading the magazine tube. Keeping my eyes on my area of responsibility as I go. At any time, I could break the shot should the need arise from this position. That's the difference between combat loading and loading for competition. The competition guys, they tend to put the stock up on the shoulder and pull 2 off at a time. You know, it's a technique a lot like this. They'll pull 2 off or off their belt primarily and run 2 in at a time. This technique works great if you're in a competition. However, if you're in a real world combat situation, there's no way I could break a shot, obviously, with this gun up on my shoulder. So that's where we get back into the combat technique. Okay guys, as you can see, we've gone to our hearing and eye protection for this next demonstration. What I want to do is show you how easy it is to break that shot if you do have a target present itself while you're reloading your shotgun. So we'll go ahead and go through our reloading technique. The way we know how to do it: safety off, finger straight, gun tight against our body. And I can continue to reload my gun as I go. Just like that. Just like that.
Just like that.
Okay guys, now I want to talk about how to properly unload a pump action shotgun. I see too many people use this technique. Okay, while that's effective, it does pretty much turn the rest of your day into an Easter egg hunt. Let's talk about doing it the right way now. Okay guys, now I want to show you the preferred technique for unloading this shotgun. The first thing I'm going to do, safety is on the gun, obviously. I'm going to hit my slide release. I'm going to bring my slide back and let that round eject into my hand. Okay, I'll continue on back with my slide, kicking the first round out of the tube. Roll the receiver over, there's my second round. Now from here it gets to be a little bit tricky. On the bottom side of the gun are two little spring arms that hold the rounds up in the magazine tube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push in on those arms and release those rounds into my hand just like that. Much easier. It's much easier on your ammunition, and you don't have to go find the rounds that you just ejected out on the ground. Those rounds, if I were outside, you know, covered with mud, dirt, a variety of things, this is the technique you want to use.
All right, Eric. Well, I learned a lot today about unloading and loading a shotgun. Is there anything that you want to add here at the end?
I don't think so. I think we pretty much covered it all. Folks, if you use this technique, this is the right way to load and unload a pump action shotgun.
Hopefully it's easy for everybody to learn from. Try this at home. Make sure you have some dummy rounds to be able to make yourself a little faster and a little bit more efficient. So guys, if you'd like to take a class again here at the Legacy Training Group, check us out at topguns.us under the courses tab. And if there's any other videos you'd like to see, don't forget to comment those down below.